Hey everybody, come on in. As you can notice in the background, yep, I get it right there. You can't see the ridge today. You can't see the far ridge. You can see the first ridge, but you can't see the far ridge because there's a storm coming. And it's just over the mountain. It's just coming from the north this way. So y'all get on in here. We'll try to get a few minutes in before the storm hits us. I have my tea. Do you have yours? It got cool this afternoon. I had to put a jacket on. Yeah, I had to put a jacket on. And I took a nap. About a 2-hour nap, which is unheard of for me. I'll never go to sleep tonight. But I'll just sip on my tea. There's Justin. I don't know what the kids have been doing this weekend, but he's always barbecuing something. We're not too chilly, but Leanne said she's been cold and her tea was warming her hands up. Well, we got 200 people in here. Yeah. So let's drink up. Lemon water's a good thing. Oh, I love that. I don't know if you can see the color of my tea, but it's nice. Nice tea today. So what have y'all been doing for fun? I've just been taking it easy. I got all my work done this morning, and I've just been chilling. I hadn't even had the TV on. I've had a book. I've been listening to a book. I got the miniseries North and South, but I decided, I've never read the books, and I like to read the books after I've watched a miniseries, and I never read the book, so it's 3 books. And they're interesting. It's a novel, but still fun. Reading a good old book. But I fell asleep listening to it a while ago, so I've got to go back. I marked my time when I started because I knew I'd fall asleep. Somebody's working jigsaw puzzles. Yeah, the storm is coming from that way, so I can watch it while I'm watching me on the screen. Whatever the weather, it's always pretty here. It can be cold and icy or windy and stormy. And the other day, Justin calls before we go up to Leanne's for dinner, and he said, "Mom, you might want to take the chainsaw with you." And we got it all the way home because it rained pretty hard while we were at Leanne's. Got all the way home. And in our driveway, our cherry tree, our big old beautiful cherry tree, it's not ours, it's the neighbor's, had lost a great big limb in our driveway. And guess what? We had a chainsaw in the trunk of the car, and in just about 5 minutes, Robert and I cleared enough out of the way that we could get up to the house. Now, we could have walked up to the house. We'd had to leave the car down, but the car wouldn't have gotten charged. But we got up to the house, and nobody fell, and it was fine. Being prepared, listening to your stepson tell you, I think you might ought to take a chainsaw with you over the river and through the woods. Yeah, I'm in Pisgah Forest. Yeah, we live close to Pisgah National Forest. Y'all, I may have hair all over my coat, and I'm surprised you can see that, but guess what? It's my critter's hair, and I've been curled up on the couch, and that's where they like to get. And I haven't brushed it off. I just wanted to take a nap. I could hardly keep my eyes open. You need to listen to your body. Yeah. Somebody's making masks. Justin's a storm chaser. He and Emily used to chase storms in Arkansas. It's pretty flat in Arkansas. I don't hear many birds. Y'all say prayers. Say prayers for our country. Say prayers for Rebecca's family. Tanner's brother was in a car accident. So say prayers for him. Somebody's hammering. Scotland had a good day. Ozark people, yay! I like to watch Whippoorwill Hollow and see what Miss Lori is cooking. Now, yesterday I talked to Ben, and he said, I want you to thank Robert for me. And I said, okay, why? He said, well, you told me that he reads his owner's manual to his car or anything new he gets before he ever uses it. And he says, I have learned some amazing things about my car. My car has a massager in the seats, and all you got to do is push these certain buttons. And he said, I would have never known that, so thank him for me. Y'all, the things have looked better in Atlanta. I've been watching it, but I haven't been listening to it. I've been watching the news, and there's not many people around the Wendy's. Last night they did stop a few cars on the interstate, so don't be driving through Atlanta right now. So y'all just be safe and know where your babies are, know where everybody is, because you're not seeing any older people out in these rides and the burning. Not seeing any older people. So, I think we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. And that problem, we're mixing drugs. Drugs cause people to fall asleep in line. Fentanyl causes people to fall asleep. And racial tensions and being scared of the police. Don't run from the police. Teach your children not to run from the police. Just say, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Just be polite and understanding, and you might get away without having a ticket. Because I want all this stuff to stop. And if we have to figure out what's going on with the police forces, then we have to figure out what's going on. Why they're so quick to grab a gun over something, but over running. He'd have just run away and they'd have caught him later. Now, So, folks, we gotta be kind. I've been pulled over by the police. I got pulled over 3 times in 6 weeks, y'all. And you know why? Because I was driving fast. I don't drive fast anymore. I don't do it. So you got to learn respect. And when you don't respect yourself, you can't respect others. I saw a report today that Hank Williams Jr. lost his daughter in a car accident. That's one of the things that the shutdown, nobody's reporting, but car accidents were reduced. We had fewer car accidents and people getting hurt in car accidents. When you're not driving, when you're not out driving, when you're home, it reduces accidents. So folks, be safe. Wear your mask when you're out. Wash your hands a lot. I'm a germphobe. I open things with the tail end of my shirt. I'm not going to touch a door, and if I touch a door, I'm going to use hand sanitizer. I have a little bottle of hand sanitizer I refill and take with me. The virus isn't over. Makes me look younger. Thank you. Thank you. Well, one of our fly babies, the daughter, graduated from the military academy yesterday. I wish I knew her name. I wish Patty said that the fly baby's name is Beth, but if I knew her name, I'd go back and listen to it so I could see her. Salute. Hey, my hair used to be all the way down to my butt. I know about long hair, but I hadn't had long hair in 4 decades. 40 years. 40 years. Watching your comments. Yep, mask wearing is here too. That must be a beautiful area, Brenda, up by the academy. Yeah, I haven't had my hair cut since January. Heather's son-in-law is awake and responsive, but still critical. Say prayers for Heather's son-in-law. It is peaceful. Waiting on a storm. We might hear some thunder. Tell us about Brevard. What do you want to know about Brevard and why you picked it? Well, I think Brevard picked me. That's what I really think. I came to Brevard in 94. I moved here in 1994 with my second husband. He had lived in the Asheville area and he loved the area, and we were real close to fly fishing. And we got married in July and we moved in October, and it didn't last. By May of the next year, he was gone. I mean, he was just totally gone. And I just threw my hands up in the air. I said, okay, God, you brought me here for a reason. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to stick around and find out. I'm going to stick around and find out. And that was May of 95. And then give it a year, and from May of 95 to August 22nd of 1996, I met Robert. I met Robert at a coffee shop. And he was getting ready to run for office, and he had a little salmon-colored card that said, vote for me, ask anybody in the court system what they think about me. Do I still fly fish? No, not often. I have all the equipment, and I can. But I found out real quick I liked teaching fly fishing better than I liked actually hurting the fish. So I just hung around, and then I met Robert on August the 22nd. He said, call me sometime, and I'm in the book. Well, in a few days, I looked him up in the book, and I said, well, you want to meet me at Silvermont, and we'll go to Picking and Grinning on Thursday? And he said, can't do it. I've been playing chess with the same guy for 20 years, and I've only missed 5 days because of snow. And I said, okay, well, what about Friday? And so we met downtown on Friday and at the coffee shop, and then we walked down to the Corner Bistro. That's what it was named then. It's a real estate office now. And we had the worst spinach lentil soup we've ever put in our mouth. I don't know what else we ate because that was so memorable. We had to put so much hot sauce in it, we couldn't taste it because it was so bland. And then we went back to the coffee shop and played Scrabble. You do not ever want to play Scrabble with Robert Silly. Never. Never, 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 never. Because he's a crossword genius. And his favorite crossword puzzles are the Saturday puzzles, which, if you know the New York Times crossword puzzle people, Will Shortz is crazy. And so those are Robert's favorite puzzles. But he only works the Friday and Saturday and Sunday puzzles. And he has the best time with them. Well, we had dinner, and then a week later, we had dinner that night, and then he said, there's because I knew how to spell trees. I could spell trees because I had a class in forestry in college. They made you learn how to spell trees. And he said, there's a tree in town that I'd like for you to help me identify. I said, okay, I'm going on a hike tomorrow morning. But when I get out of the forest, I went on a mushroom hike. When I get out of the forest, I'll give you a call. So we met for lunch at a little deli that was right next door to eventually what we had as a fly shop one time, Julie's Deli. And we went and looked at this tree, and I couldn't identify it. It was a weird tree. And so we went to the college and looked in the reference library. This was before Google, y'all. Looked at the reference library. We couldn't identify it because we had a little branch and a little seed pod. It had wings on it, and like a maple tree. And then we drove over to the brand new Arboretum, and while we're at the Arboretum, we leave the Arboretum. Now, I have on Carhartt shorts, wool socks, hiking boots, and my shirt had puffy mushrooms on it. White shirt with mushrooms. We got hit when we left the Arboretum. They couldn't identify it either because there wasn't a silviculturist there. And we got we had to run to the car, and I got soaked. White t-shirt contest soaked. It was awful. I was so embarrassed. He said, "What, do you want to go see a movie?" And I said, "Looking like this, I can't." He said, "Well, let's go get some ice cream." So we went over to Biltmore Village and got some ice cream. And then I said, "How about I cook for you? I'll cook you a home-cooked meal." And so my car was left at the grocery store. I left it at Ingles parking lot. And we went to the grocery store, and this was on Saturday. Went to the grocery store, and We went all the way to the Fresh Market, Leanne. We went to the Fresh Market in Hendersonville. She loves that place. And we got some pasta, and I like to cook with white wine. So we got a bottle of white wine, we got a bottle of red, and neither one of us drink to amount to anything. And we got to his house. He had no cookware. He had a little saucepan, and that's about it to cook pasta in. And I had to come up with something else to cook. We had shrimp and scallops and linguine in a white wine sauce that I just threw together. And so he pitched on the side porch, which is our kitchen now, but at that time it was our side porch. He put up a little card table and 2 chairs, and we sat out there, and I cooked with 1 bottle of wine, and we drank a little bit of the other. And I just looked at him and I said, you know, I really don't need to drive. He said, I understand. I said, can I crash on your couch? And about that time the phone rang, and it was his sister, and she was wanting to go on a hike. Now, remember, the white t-shirt, Carhartt shorts, wet socks. It was bad. So the next morning, he takes me, he goes to bed. I sleep on the couch, and he has this cat named Cyrus. And Cyrus loved me. I mean, loved me. So the next morning we go to I had a little apartment on the Brevard Music Center campus for the summer, and I could stay there until they closed everything up. And so he got to meet Lucy. And Lucy loved Robert. And then I got a shower and changed clothes right quick. And then we went hiking up in Spruce Pine to a feldspar mine, and we had the best time. Ever. We stopped and had German food coming home. So our first date was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I called my sister up on Sunday night, and I said, I'm going to marry Robert Silly. And she says, oh, you're going to jinx it. You're going to jinx it. And I said, he's so much fun. He listens. We laugh. We have a fun time. And in November of this year, it'll be 24 years. 24 years. Yep, it's getting closer, y'all. You can hear it rumbling. Can you hear it? Boomers. Thunder boomers. So that was the last of August, the 1st of September. And by October, we were engaged. And then we got married on Thanksgiving weekend, last day in November. He spoils me rotten. Yeah, that summer, while the camp was going on, I couldn't stay in a cabin because all of them were taken care of, and I lived out of my car, and I would go take a shower at the nurse's hut. Go to the laundromat and do my laundry. But that's been a long time ago. I hear rain starting. I hear the rain a-coming. Uh-oh, that was lightning. That's our cue to go in the house. I saw the flash. Did y'all see the flash? We're going in. I'll see you later. Yeah, it's coming. Bye, everybody. The music festival's not going to happen this year, I don't think. Don't forget about our sales. Try not to trip over the step. Get in the house. Put my tea down. Tulip gave up on me. I love you all. I'll see you later.